Yo, what up, what up? It's John Ross with Invest in Yourself, Personal Growth Co. Invest Podcast. Going to give you a little snippet, a little sample into some of the topics that'll be on the first inaugural episode of the Invest in Yourself podcast, coming soon to all major platforms. We'll be on Spotify, we'll be on the Google Play Store, and of course, we'll be on Apple, because everybody has like the Apple now. This podcast will actually be premiering toward the end of April, and the video podcast, as I said in a previous video, will be right here on YouTube. So do me a favor and smack that subscribe button down below. Like, comment, share it with your friends. We're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be banging podcast. So on a podcast, I'm gonna have fellow workout, fitness enthusiasts, nutritionists. I'm gonna have entrepreneurs. I'm gonna be talking to athletes, activists, people that are really big into investing in themselves, people that are big into trying new and exciting things. So every podcast we'll talk about new exciting things. One of the first topics I'll touch on the first episode of the Invest podcast is something I feel is like super duper important to like really like address. So I see a big like issue, and it's not our fault. Like whatever you see on TV, the radio, the billboards, it's put in front of you for a reason. It's put in front of you to pretty much hook you. It's pretty much there to get you to buy into whatever it is they're putting in front of us. They're like brainwashing us in a way. So there's a big problem in this country, and it's an epidemic. Yeah, we have the coronavirus going on, but we have another epidemic, and the big epidemic is obesity. And my thing is this: I blame a lot of it on the big food manufacturers. They have like truckloads of cash. They have truckloads of money, and they spend all their advertisement dollars on getting you hooked. Trust me, they're real clever with their advertisement, their color scheme, the fucking ingredients they put into the food. Like they have like data scientists, and they like study this shit. Like basically, they're studying and they're betting on you eating their food day in and day out and getting sick and getting hooked. So again, the big food manufacturers are killing Americans. They make the food real quick, make it real accessible, and they make it easy. And there's not a lot of education that's actually spent on like telling people like, okay, this food is okay, like in moderation. Like I ain't gonna like lie to you. I have a cheat meal like once a week, but I know that on a regular basis, I can't, eat like that on a regular basis. I'm going to run into health problems and ailments. But again, they're betting on us taking in and eating this shit every single day. And again, they put the precise ingredients, the right amount of flavoring, the right amount of salt in there, pretty much to get you hooked, almost like drugs. So it's like super epidemic. The commercials are everywhere. I mean, they have fucking 2 for $4s, 2 for $3s, designed to get you. So it's like, I was looking at some data, and it showed that 1 in 3 Americans is pre-diabetic. Like, damn. So, who's getting rich? Damn sure ain't us. It's the food manufacturers, and it's the prescription drug manufacturers. So that's something that on the first podcast we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about like some of the ways that we can kind of push back. We can kind of fight back to that, because again, they're betting on it. They're betting on us pretty much eating all this garbage, throughout the course of our life and taking in this stuff. So they're just betting on getting us sick. They know it's sick. They know if people consume this bad food on a daily basis throughout the course of their life, of course they're going to run into diabetes. They're going to run into heart disease. They're going to run into type 2 like I said, diabetes. They're going to run into all of this stuff, and a lot of it can be avoided. But you see no commercials. Oh, do this and do that, and you can reduce your chances of being on insulin. Do this and do that, and you can reduce your chances of having to take this fucking blood pressure medicine. This for your cholesterol. I know people that take 5 and 6 pills a day because pretty much the manufacturers, they bet on them following those bad habits. So again, it sucks, but it seems like society, the big rich food manufacturers, prescription drug companies, make billions of dollars every year, having people like us fucked up. So that's one of the things I'm gonna be showcasing. The Invest Nation is growing. We want to really push and really fight back on that. And some other stuff we'll be talking about on the first inaugural podcast is just the benefits of just getting active a little bit. I feel like a lot of people, they have a negative look when it comes to exercising. So what we're going to be using with that is known as NLP, neuro linguistic programming. So let me not be sounding all smart and all that shit. It's basically taking your way of thinking and changing it to more of a positive way of thinking to get a more better positive outcome. So for instance, when it comes to getting a little bit more active, what you got to do is there's a lot of activities of things you can do. You can swim, you can join like a walking group. There's forums online where people meet up and they walk. You can get into boxing. There's yoga. There's cycling. There's aqua aerobics. There's so many other activities for you to do that some people don't like weights. Some people don't like jogging. Some CrossFit might work for you. So I look at it like this. If you're someone who's not active right now, don't look at oh my God, I have to go and work out 5 days a week. That sounds terrible. And I'll be honest with you, it is pretty hard from someone who goes from being sedentary to being super active. So do it in chunks. Do it in blocks. So let's say, 7 days in this week, I'm going to start to be active every other day, just to kind of build my way up to that. And you can start off by doing something walking around your neighborhood for 20 minutes at a time. And the next time you do, 10 minutes. And maybe after a couple of weeks of doing that, you're ready to graduate into doing a little bit more. So you do little tiny increases, step with the increments, little by little. But the number one important thing is you have to find a mode of activity that you like. So that's a big reason why I think a lot of people don't get active is they look at it as boring. They look at it as tedious. So again, you have to find a mode that you like, and again, something that pretty much it works for you. And like I said, you don't got to go 5 days a week starting it out. No, I said, every other day, 20 minutes at a time, just little by little. And even when it comes to eating better, again, if you're someone who's ate bad throughout your whole life, kicking those bad habits is and a lot of experts say this, it's almost the equivalent to trying to get off of narcotics. It's really difficult. You go through withdrawals and you get depressed. And a lot of people get like that because America, we're fucking addicted to food. We're addicted to sugar and stuff like that. So what you have to do is you have to, a lot of times, wing yourself off of it little by little. Let's say, for instance, you eat bad 7 days a week, which a lot of people do. Start by saying, I'm going to incorporate something healthier today. Okay, one healthy thing. Okay. I'm going to incorporate another healthy thing tomorrow. Then all of a sudden you look up, you're eating healthy. I'm going to eat healthy twice a week. The next week you're eating healthy 3 days a week, and you just step it up little by little, chunk by chunk. And then look up, you're eating healthy most days. And I tell you this, why a lot of people fail, and a lot of people fail at getting in shape and getting fit, is they have a all or nothing approach. They think, okay, I have to go on this crazy diet. 6 months, I'm not gonna eat that, I'm not gonna eat this. Hey, you might be able to do it for 2 or 3 months. I know people that have lost a lot of weight, depriving themselves. But since they just cut out everything they like, and like, this, that's like misery. Like, don't do that. Listen, I'm not telling you to do that. Don't do it, okay? It's fucking misery. You'll fail. You might be able to do it for a month or 2 months, but eventually you'll fail. If you like chocolate, I'm not gonna eat it forever. That'll last like a month or 2 months. You look up, you can go to the store, you're gonna get every goddamn chocolate bar on the aisle. That's just what's gonna happen to you. So it's all about, any food item is okay in moderation. So let's say, for instance, like you like pizza. You know, you could say, you know what? I'm gonna have some pizza at the end of the week, or I'm gonna have some pizza in the middle of the week. You know, you can give yourself a couple of things like throughout the week that you like. It just can't be like a daily thing. It can't be like an all the time type thing. So again, throughout the course of our YouTube videos, throughout the course of our podcasts, we'll be giving you all kind of healthy tips, all kind of healthy ideas to help you live healthy, help you get fit. We'll be talking about entrepreneurship. We'll be talking about the importance of getting new skill sets, because automation's coming. It's coming. It's here. And it's going to replace, it's going to change some industries, manufacturing, the storage, transportation. We'll touch on that as well. Again, we're going to push people to grow, people to invest in themselves through health, fitness, wellness, and education. That's what the Invest podcast is about. That's what the Invest brand is all about. Again, like, subscribe. Next week, I'll put out another preview, another snippet, talking about the Invest video podcast, and the Invest podcast, again, coming to all major platforms. Until next time.